Okay, so let's play around a little bit with this new notation, and to do so you're going to play with this drag and drop problem. Now by the time you see it we may have fine-tuned this problem slightly, but hopefully you'll get the idea of what's going on. So first of all, we introduced this notation for indicating the size of a vector, and notice that over here with the while we said while k is less than n. Well, that translates really into while the top part of y is less than all of y. So that is m of y top is less than m of y. Okay? Now the loop guard needs to be put in various different places. So let's also put it right there. And let's also put it right there. Okay? So now we have a way in our new notation of saying that the size of vector y, that the loop index k, is less than n. So the next thing we want to be able to do is in the loop body indicate that we split off this element of x and the corresponding element of y with which we're going to do something special. So that is the x top, x bottom becomes x0, and then x bottom becomes chi1, x2, and that splits off the top element of the bottom part of x, and then the same thing for y, where it's psi1, that's psi subscript 1, that is that element of y that is going to be identified. Now at the bottom of the loop we want to then move forward, so we take the notation for moving forward, and that's really just the notation we now use for saying the loop index is incremented by 1. So now we need to figure out how to indicate the loop invariant, but with that k term split off. The loop invariant says that y top, y bottom is equal to x top, y bottom hat. X top has been relabeled x0, x bottom has been relabeled chi1, chi2. Let's see, if you puzzle it all out, you find out that your loop invariant now really is expressed in terms of these different pieces that have been exposed as saying y0 psi1 y2 is equal to x0 psi1 hat y2 hat. Why? Because y0 is what previously was y top, x0 is what previously was x top, so that just gets filled in the loop invariant, and then y bottom has become psi1 psi2, y bottom hat has become y1 hat, psi1 hat y2 hat, and that then now expresses the contents of vector y in terms of these exposed pieces. And then you want to say, well, what do I want to be in my vector y? Well, I want y top to have x top in it, but y top is now y0 psi1, x top is x0 chi1, so that has to be equal, and then finally y2 has to have its original contents in it, and that gives us that right there. And then finally we go and you say, what kind of update do we need to do? Well, the exposed element of y needs to be updated with the exposed element of x, so that means that psi1 has to become chi1. Okay, so hopefully this helps you understand a little bit what this new notation is that we have introduced.